Welcome, welcome. Hi, everybody. I am Heather Vickery. Welcome to Brave in Action. This is my weekly live show where I share one little way that you can step out of fear and into bravery in your life, in your business, in your family, wherever that is, whatever that looks like for you. For those of you who are new, welcome. I'm a transformational success coach, and the core of the work that I do is to help you learn to like and trust yourself right now as this perfect, perfectly imperfect, beautiful, magic version of you that exists right now. Because the truth of the matter is, you're no longer who you used to be, and you're not quite who you're going to be. We want to work with what's here right now. And once you can learn to like and trust yourself as you are right now, you're building from a foundation of what's already working and what's already good instead of waiting for things to be right. Waiting. When I get here, I'll celebrate. When I make this much money, I'll be successful. When this person loves me, I'll finally have arrived, whatever that is. None of that works, you guys. None of it works. So let's ditch that shit and learn to like and trust yourself as you are right now. So I have been doing this for a really long time. I've been an entrepreneur for, I would say, the majority of my adult life. I learned very quickly that while I don't work well with, or I work incredibly well with people, I don't work well for people. So anybody who's ever been my manager, you probably already know that. But I love you anyway. And I have, I struggle with all the same things that you guys do. But I learned a long time ago that nothing risked, nothing gained. If we're not willing to try new things and put ourselves out there, we're never going to build something different. So if you are in a position right now where it feels a little heavy, where you're unsure, you're unclear, you're not sure what your path is, you're in that transitional phase between who you used to be and where you're headed, stick around. Stick around for the live shows. Join me on social media. Let's connect. Let's chat. How do I help clients? Well, this is one way. I'm here every Thursday at 11 a.m. Central. I have two podcasts. I help folks with that content, right? The Brave Files and Was It Chance? And through all sorts of different coaching experiences. At the core of it, though, I'm a certified coach. I'm currently getting certified in NLP, which is neuro linguistic programming, and it's very cool. I'm certified in human design. If you've been hanging around, you know I'm loving human design right now. And if you stick around until the very end, I have a question for you all related to human design. And I just love spending time with you and connecting with you. So, okay, enough about me. We've been doing that for 3 whole minutes now. I'm so excited to share today's topic with you. I mean, folks, listen. I promised you that we were going to talk about spring cleaning. And this is more the energetic kind. Now, maybe you're spring cleaning in your homes and your offices. I love it. Go for it. Do it. Anytime we can sort of clear out the chaos, clear out the clutter, the better off we are all going to be. I don't know if you remember, if you've been around for a while, most folks set their annual intentions and do all of that fun stuff in January, the new year, new you, all of that. And I chose this year instead to hibernate. I wintered in the winter, in the new year, because I know that things really come alive for me personally in the springtime. And here we are. It is finally fucking spring. It's warm in my office. I have the window open. So if you can hear the birds chirping, that is why. I took a little walk this morning. I got my car cleaned out, which was, lovely. That felt like an energetic cleanse. But for you, here's what I want to share with you today. So if you're here, if you're in the room, comment, say hi, let me know that you're here so that we can chat. I want you to embrace spring cleaning by ditching 10 things right now. 10 things that I can promise you, if you let go of them right now, you are going to see massive energetic shift in your life, in yourself, in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, all of those things. So let's go through these 10 things right now. If you see something that is really difficult for you to let go of, put a comment in or send me a DM and let me know about it. If this is something you've got mastered, share with the people in the room how you've mastered it. What have you already done that is really working really well? The number one thing that I want you to ditch right now, and this is a big one for a lot of people and it's really hard, is I want you to ditch the negative self-talk. Woo, that's hard, right? Because we hear other people do it. We've heard our parents do it. We've heard people we respect and admire. They talk shit about themselves. Oh, that's so dumb. Why did I do that? Oh, you're not good enough. People aren't going to like it. No one's going to buy that. No one cares what you have to say. You don't work hard enough, right? Whatever your limiting voices are, leave them behind and treat yourself with the respect that you deserve. Now, I know that that's easier said than done, but I am here to tell you that if you can rewire that negative self-talk into something that feels more like an affirmation, something you want to live into instead of something that drags you down, it will absolutely shift things for you. My friend Deirdre is here, and I love that you're here, Deirdre, because I have to say Deirdre is in the middle of moving across country. And she just said that she pulled her car over so she could participate in this live show. And my little heart is so honored by that, Deirdre. Thank you. Negative self-talk is a really tough one. It's big for everyone. But you guys, I don't make this up. This is not some woo-woo bullshit. I want you to know that everything I share with you is based in science, neuroscience, quantum physics, all sorts of things like that. Yes, it feels spiritual and woo-woo-y and otherworldly, but the fact of the matter is science backs these things up. So when you shift your negative self-talk into more of a positive self-talk, into more of an affirmation talk, you create new neural pathways. Whatever it is that you repeat to yourself all the time is the thing that your brain knows is true. So if you're telling your brain that you're a piece of shit, your brain knows that that's true. If you're telling your brain that you are in the process, that you are always growing, that you are open to possibility and opportunity, that's what your brain knows is true. The choice is yours. So ditch that negative self-talk. The next one is, and this is a really big one, they're all big. You're probably going to hear me say that 10 times. Toxic relationships. Look, nobody's got time for that shit, right? Relationships come into our life, and there are what they say, a season, a reason, or a lifetime, right? A season, a reason, or a lifetime. You may have relationships that are designed to last the length of your life. You may have them that last a long time or a season of your life, or maybe they just come in for one reason, negative or positive, to show you one possibility, to open you up to one new thing, to teach you a skill, to inspire you, to help you stick up for yourself. Who knows what that is? But I want you to really lean into trusting yourself. Now, I do a lot of this in the human design work. So if you want to know more about human design work, be sure to reach out to me personally. You can email me, heather@vickeryandco.com. You can DM me on Instagram, or you can DM me on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook very often anymore. TikTok, any of that, right? We can talk about human design. But when you realize that somebody in your life no longer serves you, that they're not here for you, it's not healthy, let that go. We rise and fall to the level of the people that we spend our time with. Your community matters. That's why I do so many community-based coaching experiences. We had the Intentionally Brave Entrepreneurs Program, IBE. Some of my folks in the room right now were IBEers originally. The Incubator, some of you are here from the Incubator. We build a community. The Brave Circle, which is launching in June. This is all community centered so that you can be around people who want your greatest good, who are here to support you, not to bullshit you, right? We want to ditch that. We don't want to be around people who are going to bullshit us, but we do want them to cheer us on, support us, embrace us, call us on our bullshit, and help us be our best selves, our highest level self. So ditch those toxic relationships. Easier said than done, but maybe make a little list of the people who you know just don't feel good. And how can we start removing you from that? Again, you need any help with any of these 10 things, reach out. I will help you do it. Number 3, my loves, please let go of playing small. You are a magical fucking being. You are incredible. The world needs you to play big. When you play small, you don't do anybody any favors. Certainly not yourself, but not anybody else. Whatever it is you're here to do, whoever it is you're here to light up, whoever you're here to light up, they can't receive what they need to receive from you unless you show up and play big, right? We need you to show up and play big. And I know that that can feel scary. And maybe you don't know what that looks like for you yet. That's okay. It's a process, little bit by little bit. If showing up means maybe just engaging a little bit more in a different group, if showing up means asking more questions, taking a couple more risks, going to a networking event, asking for help, it could be so many different things, right? So many different things. Oh, yeah, we've got this one. I'm fighting the plain small battle. I know that for sure. I'm playing the small battle. I know that for sure. So here's the question. If you are in the audience, I know Deirdre said this, but if you're in the audience and you play small and you're starting to feel it and you're aware of it, do you not like it? Are you feeling like, fuck that, I do this and I don't want to? If you've reached that level of awareness where you say, I no longer want this, but I'm not sure how to get out of it, that's that middle space that I talked about at the very beginning. You're no longer who you used to be. You're not yet who you're going to be. Let's love this version of you. You're a fucking badass right now, today. All your lived experiences, all your scars, all your bullshit, all your joys, all your triumphs. This is you. And let's figure out one little way to play bigger moment by moment, right? Oh my goodness, I love it. I'm seriously feeling the need to have that conversation with someone right now. Well, let's have it. It's like Heather knows me. I do, Deirdre. I know you. Let's have it. Let's have that conversation because I love you all. I see you. I watch what you're doing. That sounds creepy, but I don't mean it like that. I'm your biggest cheerleader. I'm your biggest supporter. And I know that when you show up as your most honest, authentic, vulnerable self, you're going to set the world on fire. But you got to show up first. You have to decide to show up. So if you're at that precipice of awareness, at that precipice of just, being ready to ask more questions, to get to know yourself better, that's going to change things for you. Yeah. I'm expanding into my higher self and I'm always going to be playing from smaller to bigger. It's a snowball effect. Yeah, right? Like you're never there. And that's a really interesting thing to say, which is I always say that this work, this life, the running businesses, all the things that we do, it's not like we climb the mountain and we get there and we put our flag in and we're like, fucking, hey, I made it, I'm done. Woo, now I can rest. It's not like that, right? You climb a mountain and you've done such a great job now. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to look behind you at the mountain that you just climbed to get there and see how far you've come. Holy shit, look at what I've done. And then I want you to celebrate the fuck out of it and then look ahead because there's a bigger mountain. There's a new one. And that isn't designed to scare you. This is how we live. This is how we grow instead of just staying stuck and being small and dying, right? Oh my gosh. Well, we have so many to go through and I want to keep going through them, but we can keep the conversation going. I promise. Number 4 is comparing yourself to others. Let go of that shit. Let go of comparing yourself to others because nobody is you. Nobody does what you do the way you do it. Nobody can have the impact that you have on the people around you, the community, the world. No one can do that the way that you do it. And you don't want to step into somebody else's shoes. You don't want to be successful just like this person or that person. Why do you not want to do that? Well, because it's already been done. That's theirs. You don't want to be Heather Vickery. You don't want to be, I don't know why Tom Cruise comes to mind because who the fuck would want to be Tom Cruise? But you don't want to be Tom Cruise. I love all of you, but I don't want to be you and I don't want you to be me. I want you to be yourself. Stop comparing yourself to others. Your uniqueness is your superpower. I want you to own that shit, right? Own that shit. Number 5 is stop doing this. Let go of the need to control everything all the time. Oh, hey, Steph. How are you? Welcome. Stop letting go of the need to control everything all the time. That, my love, is a fear-based behavior. The need to control everything all the time is because you're afraid that if you don't, you won't be able to manage the outcome. Somebody won't like you. You're going to make too many mistakes. This is where the beautiful work of surrender comes in. That's my word of the year. And although it was not my word of the year last year, it was my lesson of the year last year. You guys might have heard me say this before. My word of the year for 2022 was peace. Well, peace was hard fought and hard earned in 2022. And it wasn't until I chose to embrace surrender that I discovered peace. And letting go of the need to control everything is active surrendering. So what I always invite you to do is to control the things you can, shift the things you can, and change your mindset about the rest of it. Are you worrying about what other people think? Are you worrying about how to answer and solve everybody else's problems and spending all of your time on that instead of focusing inward on yourself? Let that shit go. Stop doing that. You can't control everything all the time. Embrace the surrender and trust that the universe conspires on your behalf, because it does. It conspires on your behalf if you let it. If you don't try to force it, you are going against the fluid flow of the universe and nature if you are trying to control everything that's happening all the time, right? That's not your job. It's not what you're here for. You can't play big if you do that. You can't let go of limiting voices if you do that, right? So if you focus on what you're working towards, but stay present in this moment. Be here now. So like my tattoo says right here, be here now, and then surrender the rest, surrender the how, surrender even the outcome, because you know that the universe is going to show up for you in the way that it needs to take you in the right direction. And maybe that means it's going to be different. It's going to shift. It's going to change from what it was. It might, right? Let go of needing to control everything. Oh, somebody says, I love you, girl, but I hope you're taking your own advice this spring too. You know what? I don't know who said that. Was that you, Steph? Yeah. Yes, I have to. I have to take my own advice on it. And sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes I catch myself going down that path, and then I have to pull myself back. Right. So I practice the 3 R's and the Brave method when I do that. Oh, it was Deirdre. Yeah. My book, Fuck Fearless, I break down the Brave method, which is my creative strategic approach to problem solving, dreaming, designing, building, and actually having a life and a business you're madly fucking in love with. Right. Okay. So the 3 R's are reassessment, reframing, and resilience. And so when I practice that actively, which I do most of the time, it reminds me to follow my own advice and practice what I preach. But it isn't always easy, and it's difficult to coach yourself. That's why I have coaches. I'm not willing to sell something that I wouldn't buy for myself. I have several coaches right now. And it's fascinating and it's fun. And I get something different from each of those experiences. So thank you for that. I love it. I appreciate it. Y'all can call me out, because I know what you're really doing is calling me in, and we're loving one another. Okay. Who wants to know number 6? Number 6 is let go of not having boundaries, please. Boundaries are limits that define acceptable behavior. And the brave element of that is you get to decide what's acceptable for you. You get to decide, nobody else, right? Boundaries only work if you're thoughtful and intentional about what kind of boundaries you need. If you create the boundaries that are going to serve your greatest good, and then you communicate them with any of the parties involved. Here is the boundary that I am setting. Here's why I'm setting it. Here's what you can expect from me. Here's what I'm going to expect from you. Can you be flexible in boundaries? Maybe in that first setting, perhaps it's a spouse or a partner. Maybe it's a teammate, colleague. Maybe it's a best friend, and say, here's what I need. What do you need? Let's set boundaries together. That's a possibility. You can set boundaries and be kind. You can set boundaries and be direct and kind, right? Boundaries are bad ass. Oh, Somebody face planted. I don't know who that was, but that's hilarious. I literally do not know how to set boundaries. Wait. I've got you. First of all, grab a copy of the book. Somebody else said, wait, have I not bought your book yet? If you want to get a copy of Fuck Fearless, please don't buy it on Amazon. You can buy it on Amazon. Go to vickeryandco.com/social. Buy it directly from my website. I will get it shipped out to you within 24 hours. I will personally sign it. I will put a love note in there for you. If you want to get it, get it. We talk about how to set boundaries here. It's game changing. Somebody said, I literally don't know how to set boundaries. We can fix that. We can solve that problem together. Boundary setting is literally game changing. You know, it's Deirdre that doesn't know. Oh, come on, Deirdre. I call bullshit on that. You know how to do it. You're just choosing to not get started because it's hard and it's scary. All right. 7, let go of guilt. Let go of guilt. Let go of guilt for your past mistakes. Guess what? You're going to make mistakes because of the humanness of you. You're going to make mistakes because of the humanness of you. If you're never failing, you're never trying. Like, this is all very cliche. I get that. You hear this from other people, but really hear me right now. Stop all the other things you're doing. You're listening to this in the background, or you're driving, or you're on the side of the road, and hear me when I tell you, you're going to make mistakes because of the humanness in you. And I know you, and you're very quick to tell everybody else, it's okay to make that mistake. It's normal. It's human. It's how we learn. There's no failure. There's only learning. You say that to everybody else, right? But you don't feel that for you. You're extra hard on yourself. For you, let that shit go. Here's what I want you to do if you're holding on to a lot of guilt. I want you to list out all the things that you feel guilty for, all the mistakes you think you've made that you're holding on guilt for. And then I want you to list out one positive thing that you have learned or experienced because of this error or mistake that you've made. And I want you to shift it. So remember that first one, self-limiting beliefs, self-limiting talk. I want you to shift it from what you're feeling guilty to what you've learned, and repeat it over and over. Pattern that into your brain, build new neurological synapses with it, right? Let go of the guilt because it's not making you better. It's holding you back. It's keeping you small. It's keeping you stuck. Brian, are you still here? We got 5 for 5 and we got 6 for 6, but we didn't get 7 for 7. No guilt. If you have no guilt, I fucking love you for that, man. I think that's amazing. Brian, who I've known most of my life, is following with us on Instagram, and he's going through and he's like, yep, we got 4, we got 5, we got 6. I love it. I love the feedback. Thank you, Brian. You guys, it's hot in here. I'm fucking sweating my ass off right now. Okay. 8. I love this one. You know what I want you to let go of right now? Right now? Is I want you to let go of not allowing yourself to experience joy. Joy is your birthright. You have the right to experience joy. You deserve to experience joy. And maybe joy can be big and obvious joy, but maybe it's hearing the birds chirp outside. Maybe it's being glad that the weather is finally nice. Maybe it's a great book. Maybe it's deciding randomly to show up to this live show and having one thing profoundly impact your day. Find your joy. Infuse joy into little moments. When you practice gratitude, when you practice celebration, you are joyful about those things. And the more joy you allow yourself to experience, the more joy there will be to experience. So let go of keeping yourself from experiencing joy. Number 9. Let go of the notion that you're stuck. I'm just going to call that what it is. It's full on bullshit. You are not stuck unless you choose to be stuck. Now, I want to say this. I don't do negative positivity. I don't do toxic positivity. Sometimes we have to roll around in the mess and feel gross and heavy and sad and love ourselves through it, and be self-compassionate through that process. Sometimes we've got to do that, but that's not actually being stuck. So stop convincing yourself that it is. That's you experiencing the real world, the real way you're feeling right now. You're not stuck. You're not stuck unless you choose to be. If you want to get unstuck, what's the first step? Maybe it's being here. Maybe it's taking one of these 10 things and literally letting it go. And then you come back and you tell me how it is. Maybe it's deciding to make a phone call, to forgive somebody, to forgive yourself. Maybe you're going to get unstuck by shifting your patterns of behavior. When you feel really frustrated, get up and take a walk. Throw in a little laundry. Drink some water. Carry a crystal. You see, my rose quartz has been calling to me all week. I've been holding my rose quartz everywhere I've been for the last week. I don't know why. Just trust that instinct. Oh, Brian, this one's hard. I got tears because I can't let myself. I'm not sure if you're referring to joy. I think you probably are. Please allow yourself to experience joy. You bring joy to so many people, all of you, whoever you are, but I'm talking to Brian because Brian left that note. You bring joy to whomever you're around. Allow that to come back to you. Take it slow. Go on a joy walk today. So we're backtracking, right? Because we were on 9. We're going back to 8 for just a second. Go on a joy walk. Your kids bring you joy? Yeah. Tell them. I know they're all grown up, but tell them. When I watch you do X, Y, and Z, it brings me so much joy. When you smile, it brings me so much joy. When you call me, it brings me so much joy. But yeah, go on a joy walk. Like set a timer for 15 minutes and go outside and just look at things, hear things. The spring flower, a car that you love, a sound that you hear, the birds chirping, the way it feels to move your body, and say, that brings me joy. That brings me joy. That brings me joy. If it doesn't come easily, put yourself in situations to look for it. Oh, Brian, look at this. I love you. Somebody on Facebook said, I don't know Brian, but Brian deserves joy. Yeah, you do. We all deserve joy. It is our birthright. And Steph says that they love the idea of doing an abundance walk and that they're going to add joy to their walks. Yay, Steph. I love that. Go do that. Go do it. If it doesn't come easily, find ways to infuse it in little bit by little bit. Okay. Long, brave, and action. We're not always this long, but I am loving this and I'm loving all of you. So number 9 was believing you're stuck. Remember that? You're not fucking stuck unless you want to be. And the last one, number 10, is let go of judgment of yourself and others. So this is different than guilt. Let go of judgment of yourself and others. Stop assuming that you know everything and that when you make mistakes that you have to judge them. Stop assuming that other people know what's in your head or they know what's right or that they think like you do or that they have your lived experience. Stop beating yourself and others up. Live in this flow of knowing that everyone is doing the best that they fucking can with what they've got. You are, I am, we all are. And most of the time, like 99.9% of the time, whatever is happening around us has nothing to do with us. It's not about you. It's about them. They're working through their own shit. They're dealing with their own stuff, right? So stop judging. As Ted Lasso would say, be curious, not judgmental, right? Maybe ask more questions. If it hurts you, if it feels hurtful to you, ask more questions. What made you say that? What did you mean when you said that? I'm curious, did you know that that could hurt my feelings, right? Or this could have a profound impact on somebody in a negative way. Can we talk about that? What if you're the one that you're judging? Be kinder to yourself, my love. We need your light in the world. We need it. Practice self-compassion. Practice self-compassion actively. What does that mean? When you feel an emotion, you welcome it, and you acknowledge it without judgment, it isn't good or bad. It is just a thing, and it is just a thing that exists. It is just a thing that exists. Ditch the judgment. So what do we have? Ditch the negative self-talk, ditch the toxic relationships, nix playing small, nix comparing yourself to others. Let go of the need to control everything all the time. Let go of not having boundaries. Set those fucking boundaries, yo. Let go of guilt for your past mistakes because you're human. Ditch not letting yourself experience joy right now. Right now, that seems to be the one that's resonated the most. Let that shit go. Stop believing that you're stuck. You're not stuck. And then let go of judgment of yourself and others. Oh my gosh, this was so much fun. I want to pull a Create Brave card with all of you, for all of you. Before I do that, I want to let you know something kind of fun, that this weekend we are officially announcing the Taming the Chaos Masterclass series. It is a 4-part masterclass series, live interactive with me, 2 in June, 2 in July. But of course, there will be a replay, and we are going to have a great fucking time. We're going to tackle boundaries. We're going to tackle so many different things. I'll have the sales page up soon, but I want to let you guys know that you are active, brave in action participants. So if you want to join us, if you use code brave in action, all one word in this sentence, you're going to get $100 off of the 4-part masterclass series. And I have really priced the masterclass series, like essentially what we're charging for 4 classes should be what we're charging per class. But that's not what I want to do right now. I want to hang out with all of you, and I want to love you, and I want to support you, and I want to masterclass with you, tame the chaos with you. So keep an eye out on my social media links. We're going to be announcing Taming the Chaos. And if you want to get in, use code Brave in Action, and you will save $100 off your registration fee, which is so fucking cool. Massive. My Create Brave cards are a deck of cards that I co-created with my friend Rachel Swanson. She's a creativity coach, and I'm the Brave Method coach. And they are, there's a card, you guys. They are manifestation cards that help you guide and source your next steps. So if you like tarot cards, oracle cards, affirmation cards, you're going to love the Create Brave cards. And I love this. This was a bonus card, well-being. This feels appropriate now. I feel like that I say that every time. I am comfortable, healthy, and happy. Well-being. So each card has a beautiful design, a focus word, and an affirmation. Because this was a Kickstarter specific card, it is not in the guidebook. There were 2 cards that if you purchased the deck when we were doing our Kickstarter, you got bonus. One of them was well-being. But for you today to be here, what does this card mean to you? What does it tell you? How does it show up for you, right? Well-being. I am comfortable, happy, and healthy. And if you're not, what can you shift to embrace those things, to bring well-being into your world, to be comfortable, happy, and healthy? I'm guessing, because the universe always brings us the right Create Brave card, I'm guessing that if you ditched these 10 things that we talked about today, you're going to be a whole lot closer to well-being. Okay, so I promised you guys, if you stuck around to the end, you could help me with something. 2 things. One is, you all know that I'm embracing human design in a really big way. I got certified. The number one way that I am utilizing human design right now is to deepen the work I'm doing with clients. We're rolling it into every one of my coaching experiences. It's a very active thing. But in order to practice it, in order to spread the word, in order to just sort of shift energy and elevate all of us, I have started doing a limited number of human design chart presentations and readings. If you are curious and you want to know more, let me know that this is something that interests you, and I can put more information out. And then through the abundance challenge that we did last April, which was just a few weeks ago, a lot of folks ask me if I would provide guided visualization meditations and guided EFT tapping meditations. So for those of you who've been around a minute, you know I love visualization as a form of manifestation. I do it consistently. It's a huge part of the abundance work that we do, as well as EFT tapping for releasing, for letting shit go. Here's what I want to know from you. I'm going to put some stuff up on Instagram. If you want to comment there, you can comment here as well. Is what type of things would you like to have those visualizations and EFT tapping meditations for? If I did these and recorded them and offered them for like a super, like, practically free, would you want them? And if you said yes to wanting them, what type of topics would you like me to cover? So share that with me right now if you want. Send it in an email, send it in a DM. Keep an eye out for the polls that I'm going to do on Instagram. Put your comments there. I would love to know. I want to give you what you want. And people are telling me they want this. And then I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. What's the risk, right? Nothing risked, nothing gained, right? I can't make a mistake on it. We're just going to try new things. We're going to explore. I'm letting go of that self-limiting belief that nobody wants that shit from me, because people have literally told me that you want it. So tell me what topics you want. That would be amazing. Woo! Y'all were in for the long haul today. Thank you for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. If you like this free content that I put out every week, or either of my podcasts, Was It Chance or The Brave Files, you can tip me. You can say thanks by visiting vickeryandco.com/say thanks. Let me know that this touched you, it inspired you, it connected you, it made you feel human, you like it. Anywhere from $5 to whatever the fuck you want it to be is basically just buying my coffee for the week and saying, I like what you do. It matters. Come back and keep doing it. So vickeryandco.com/say thanks is where you can give a tip if you like this free content. And I will talk to you all next week, or online, on TikTok, on Instagram, wherever. Oh, it is fun to be with you today too. And then somebody else said, oh my God, I'm going to have to send you an email because I'm always interested in human design and so many things. Yeah, send me an email. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. I love you all. I am Heather Vickery, reminding you today and every single day to go out and choose bravely. Good timing, because here are the trash trucks. So I'm going to go, you guys. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.